Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Miles from Pure Investments, and today I'm going to be talking about the exchange Binance. So, this has been a major request for people to get information on because, as many of you know, Binance has recently surpassed Bittrex in trade volume, and I'm going to go into a bit detail as to speculation why this happened and what I think for the future of Binance. So let's get started and view the 24-hour trading volumes on CoinMarketCap. As we can see here, currently Binance has the highest, and yes, this is true, the highest 24-hour trade volume, exceeding $6 million. Actually, half an hour before I made this video, the volume was barely at 6 billion. 6 billion. Now it is $275 million more than what it was half an hour ago, so you can imagine the crazy volume that's being moved on this now. If we go below, Bittrex is now number 4 rolling onto this with only a trading volume of $3,598,000,000. So clearly, Binance has almost double the amount of trading volume that Bittrex has, and I'm gonna explain why I think Binance has that. So let's first look at the website. I've been following Binance for a long time. I've been an active user on the exchange since May this past summer. I've always been a bit bullish on Binance, but we've had some really good success recently. Um, First of all, this stems to back at that Bittrex situation where they closed registrations on December 14th. So that was a major event for the exchange Bittrex, in which they were receiving so much volume from the new traders that are coming into cryptocurrency that they closed registration handling for the time being. Now, this is kind of a major problem because there's thousands of users coming into the cryptocurrency market every day, as Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trading is becoming a lot more mainstream. Um, and the fact that there's so many new users wanting to sign up on an exchange, the fact that Bittrex has signups closed, people are moving to Binance as an alternative. This market wasn't so popular. It was very small if we look at it a couple months ago. But due to this closing of registrations on December 14th, registrations on Binance has exponentially grown. As we can see here on the Binance chart, around December 14th, following after Bittrex closed its registrations, Binance, the currency skyrocketed nearly 5 times its percentage, which is some crazy gains for such a small amount of time. But that's because the Binance currency, also known as BNB, increases in value the more people use the website because they offer incentives for using the Binance currency. By this, they take a 0.1% fee on all transactions if you're using Bitcoin. However, if you're using their own currency, Binance, you get half of that fee, which is 0.05%, which is a very, very small amount compared to most exchanges, making it very viable for traders to buy their currency. What I believe is the more users that start to use Binance, the more this currency is going to go up in value, and I believe Binance is going to continue taking over Bittrex for the time being unless they pick up their slack and improve their team. And this is going to be very good for the coin in 2018. And honestly, if this momentum picks up, Binance is currently at $8.77, but I believe it can be well over $100 towards the fourth quarter of this year if they continue their updates and support. So, good things about Binance, there's some tools that make it really easy to notice what's going on. As you can see, they provide the MACD of the coin, some good indicators that are very useful to people that don't default show up on Bittrex. You have to pull it up, and there's some resources on the website that explain these. As well, you can put in percentages of your amount, so it's easy to calculate prices. Binance recently didn't have a stop loss feature, but now you do have this feature in which you can set stop losses, which is the reason a lot of people didn't want to use this exchange at first. Um, Not only that, but they have a really good mobile app. You may not have used it before, but if you search on either the iOS App Store or you search on the Android Marketplace, you can find an app which allows you to not only view the prices of coins and your balance, but you can also make trades, you can use indicators, you can view the order books, etc., which is very useful. There's a huge niche for mobile trading apps. In the cryptocurrency community. So the fact that this is one of the only exchanges that has a standalone app that you can trade with on your phone makes it very attractive to investors and traders. So this is really good. Their also tech support team is very good. They've been pushing out major developments recently that have fixed bugs, added features that people have been requesting, which is a lot better than Bittrex, which has been really bad recently with pushing out updates, adding stuff that's a bit useless that has caused a bit of outrage in the community, which is why another reason why a lot of people are switching over from Bittrex to Binance. Not only that, but I'm not going to open up my support tickets because that includes personal information, but they've had less than 24 hours worth of response time in my experience, which has been great because I've heard many horror stories of Bittrex where people have been waiting weeks and even months for responses. Personally, when I've opened support tickets on my Bittrex account, it's taken about 2 to 3 weeks for me to get responses at times, which is very unacceptable for one of the biggest exchanges on the internet. So this is why, like Bittrex, their support team and their development team are very interactive and responsive with the community, which makes it a very trustable and reliable source to put my money on. Um, Personally, I believe a lot in this exchange. I'm waiting for a dip currently, so I'll explain that in my technical analysis. Right now, we're in a bull pennant that formed from major growth from that explosion I was talking about in the 14th. And as we can see, Bollinger Bands are starting to get a bit tight, so we're going to see volatile movement. We have this support line touching all of the lowest dips, as well as resistance lines forming with all of the recent highs. I'm waiting personally to get in around 54,000 to 56,000 sats for a good buy. So we're getting very close to my entry point, and I personally think I'm going to enter with 1 full Bitcoin up to 2 full Bitcoins depending on how bullish I am. If we look at the 4-hour MACD, it looks like it's trying very hard to have a bullish crossover. Right now the histogram is pointing negatively, so soon if we see a positive flip in the MACD, we can see some more bullish movement. So yes, if you're wanting to get into BNB, I'd consider watching and buying in this small zone here. And I have a trading view chart that explains the buy points and why I think the technical analysis is going to do what it does. You can follow it in the description. But personally, this is a very good buy, not only for short-term gains, but for all of 2018, because if this continues to dominate, think of the coins or the exchanges that have their own currency and how successful those currencies have been in relation to the success of the exchange. I really think that Binance is going to permanently take over Bittrex due to the fact that they have a very flawed support system, which a lot of people are looking for, and there's many new traders who are looking for assistance but can't get it on that trading platform. Consolidation on this bull pennant looks like it's going to form between the 8th and the 9th of January, so you have many buying opportunities, but honestly, this big red candle indicates some good buying opportunities before it flips up and goes back to resistance. Even if this doesn't break out, you can make some good money flipping this. This is a good 2000 sat flip if it reaches resistance again. And a lot of indicators look good. RSI is currently pointing downwards for this dip, but I'm pretty sure once this red candle is done forming, we're going to start moving back up. And we're kind of in the neutral zone, leaning towards more oversold, which is a great indicator because always buying oversold coins is usually very profitable. Um, Back on Binance, that huge incentive to use Binance as a fee indicates that a lot of people are going to be buying the currency as they flow into this exchange, and I think that it's one of my top picks for this current upcoming year. I'm going to be writing a blog post about this that explains it in a lot more detail, but I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not at all advising people invest in BNB, but consider looking into the exchange and looking at all the positives that come from holding this currency. I hope you enjoyed and learned some information, and please feel free to subscribe to our channel and share our videos for more and more updates on the market. Thank you.